kept my answers folded neatly, never letting anyone in. I watched love pass like a season, always certain it wasn't for me. So I built my days on quiet faith and learned how not to believe. I told myself I was finished waiting, that the door was finally closed. But some hearts don't stop listening, no matter how time goes. I had a heart that waited patiently through the long and lonely nights, never shouting for attention, never asking to be right. I didn't know what it was holding or who it was waiting to see. I just trusted something would arrive for a heart that waited patiently. You came in without a warning, not like love I'd known before. No fireworks, no grand declarations, just honesty at the door. You spoke like you weren't in a hurry, like staying mattered more than speed. And something deep inside my chest finally felt belief. I didn't need you to promise tomorrow, just to meet today. I had a heart that waited patiently, learned how to endure through the doubt, through disappointment, still open, still unsure. I loved in ways that asked for nothing, afraid of what might be. But loving you felt natural to a heart that waited patiently. Time had tested every reason I ever had to stay close tight, but you showed me how love survives by growing quiet, not loud or bright. If the world asks why I trusted, after all I've been through, I'll say some hearts are built for waiting until they recognize the truth. I had a heart that waited patiently, and it finally found its place, not in perfection or forever, but in the calm of your face. If this life keeps changing seasons, if nothing stays the same, I'll remember who I became, with a heart that waited patiently. Left my jacket on your chair that night, like I planned on coming back. Said goodbye like it was temporary, like we were still on track. You smiled, but something in your eyes had already slipped away, and I felt the room grow quiet in a way I couldn't name. I told myself you just needed time, and love was learning how to bend. But some goodbyes don't raise their voice, they just never end. I gave you a heart you never returned, left it right there in your hands. I waited through seasons of silence, trying to understand. I've learned how to breathe without answers, how to live with what we were, but there's still a part of me missing, the heart you never returned. I heard you're doing fine these days, your life's finally in place. You found a rhythm that feels like home, somewhere I can't trace. I smiled and wished you all the best, like I'd already moved on. But some truths don't fade with distance, they just learn to go on. I never asked for forever, just for honesty. I gave you a heart you never returned, no matter how long I stayed. Every promise I made to myself felt quiet and afraid. I've loved again, I've let go, but nothing feels quite sure since I walked away empty-handed from a heart you never returned. Time didn't heal what I believed in, it just softened the pain, turned the longing into a quiet room where I say your name. If love is measured by the courage to give without defense, then I was braver than I knew. Even in the end, I gave you a heart you never returned, and somehow I survived. I learned how to carry the pieces and still feel alive. If this life keeps asking lessons through the loss and the hurt, I'll remember who I was becoming, with a heart you never returned.
Windows open just enough to let the evening breathe. Curtains moving like they remember everything you said to me. The street is quiet, almost listening, like it knows what I've been through. Every sound feels unfinished, every thought drifts back to you. I tried to pack away the moments fold them neatly into time. But love is ways of leaving traces that never stay confined. You're a memory carried by wind through the corners of my life, in the places I don't look anymore, in the calm after the fight. I don't chase you, I don't call you, but you find me now and then, like something meant to pass through softly, a memory carried by wind. I hear you in the way the night slows, in the hush before the rain, in the sound of distant laughter that doesn't quite say your name. I've learned how to live with the absence, how to smile and still pretend that some loves don't need a doorway, they just drift back in. I didn't know how light a moment was till it learned how to stay. You're a memory carried by wind, not heavy, not unkind, just a part of who I was becoming that I never left behind. I've known loss that came in silence, and goodbye that never ends, but nothing lingers quite as gently as a memory carried by wind. Time keeps teaching me forgiveness, how to loosen every hold, turns the ache into a quiet truth I don't need to hold or own. If the world asks what still matters when the past feels paper thin, I'll say love doesn't disappear, it just learns how to drift again. You're a memory carried by wind through the man I've grown to be, not a wound, not a regret, just a softer part of me. If this life keeps moving forward, if my heart learns how to mend, I'll walk on, listening closely for memory carried by wind. I've been driving through familiar streets with unfamiliar eyes. Every mile feels like a memory I tried to leave behind. I told myself I was moving forward, that I learned enough to run, but the quiet keeps reminding me of what I've never outrun. I've taken turns out of stubborn pride in roads I thought were safer ground, but something pulls me through the dark back to where my truth was found. There's a road leading back to love, not loud, not marked in signs. It doesn't promise easy answers or erase the time. I've been lost, I've been afraid, I've been walking far too long, but every step I take feels honest, on a road leading back to love. I've loved in ways that felt like shelter, loved in ways that felt
was waiting at the crossroads for my heart to choose its road. I didn't know how tired I was till I stopped running away. There's a road leading back to love. Through the doubts I tried to hide, every scar I've been carrying walks right by my side. I don't know what waits ahead of me, I don't know if I'm in love, but I'm finally walking open-eyed on a road leading back to love. Time doesn't heal by erasing, it heals by teaching us to stay, by showing us which fears are worth it and which ones fade away. If the world asked what I believe in, when the night feels rough, I'll say I believe in finding my way on a road leading back to love. There's a road leading back to love, and I'm not afraid tonight. Not because the past forgives me, but because my heart's alive. If this life keeps testing faith, if the journey's never done, I'll keep walking toward the truth on a road leading back to love. Because my heart's alive. If this life keeps testing faith, if the journey's never done, I'll keep walking toward the truth on a road leading back to
Night came down like a held breath. Stars hung low, afraid to fall. We stood there saying almost nothing, yet it felt like we said it all. Your eyes were tired, but still believing, like they learned how much to take. And the world felt lighter above us, like a sky too soft to break. I'd been bracing for the worst again, for love to test my faith, but you looked at me like the moment didn't need to escape. There was a sky too soft to break when you leaned into my side. Every fear I'd been holding loosened up inside. No thunder chasing promises, no cracks across the blue, just a quiet kind of heaven in a sky too soft to break with you. We talked about the roads behind us, the ones that bent us out of shape. You never asked me to be stronger, just honest with what remained. Your hand fit mine without a question, like it knew exactly where. And I felt my past grow distant, floating weightless in that air. I didn't know how safe it felt to stop watching for the fall. There was a sky too soft to break above the lives we lived. All the love I thought I'd lost finally learned to give. I know storms dressed up as miracles that left me black and blue, but nothing ever felt as real as a sky too soft to break with you. Time may test the ground beneath us, shake the truths we try to keep, but some love is built on gentler things, on staying, not on leaving. If the world grows sharp and restless, if my courage starts to shake, I'll remember how I learned to breathe under a sky too soft to break. There's a sky too soft to break, still hanging over me, in the way I choose my words now, in who I dare to be. If this life keeps changing weather, if the nights turn hard and blue, I'll carry that calm above my heart, a sky too soft to break with you.
We were careful like we'd been here before, choosing words we wouldn't regret. Every smile felt half unfinished, every step hedged like a bet. You sat close but not too close, like love was something to learn. And I felt my guarded heart awaken with every glance you returned. I'd been living on borrowed courage, afraid of what I'd lose, but something steady was beginning every time I looked at you. There was a warm light growing between us, soft as truth, slow as time. Not a spark that burns out quickly, not a flame that leaves you blind. It didn't rush or make demands, it just showed me what love does. I didn't notice when it started, that warm light growing between us. We talked about ordinary like they carried something more. Coffee cooling on the table, shoes kicked off by the door. Your laughter settled in the silence like it knew where it belonged. And I felt the past loosen its grip as the night went on. I didn't need a promise spoken, I could feel it taking shape. There was a warm light growing between us in the spaces we let stay. Every fear I'd been protecting found a gentler way. I'd known love that asked for everything, then left without a cause. But this one learned how to stay lit, a warm light growing between us. Time may test the ground we're standing on, try to dim what we've begun. But some love isn't built on fire, it's built on rising sun. If the road ahead feels uncertain, if the night feels dangerous, I remember how we found our way by trusting what was growing in us. There's a warm light growing between us, still burning calm and clear, not chasing after forever, just choosing to be here. If this life keeps changing seasons, if the sky forgets its blue, I'll walk forward without fear now, with that warm light leading me to you. We were standing where the road grew quiet, maps folded on the hood. The sun was leaning toward tomorrow, like it understood. You talked about the life ahead of you, I spoke about the past. Somewhere between our different stories, we found a reason to last. I've been walking in my own direction, learning how to compromise. Then you looked out at the open distance, and I saw my future in your eyes. When we chase the same
just knew our hearts were moving when we chased the same horizon. We drove with the windows down at midnight, let the wind fill in the space. Every mile felt like a promise we didn't have to say. Your hand rested light on mine like it trusted where we were. And for the first time in a long while, the future didn't scare me anymore. I didn't need a clear destination, just a reason to begin. When we chased the same horizon, every doubt lost its voice. All the roads I'd been afraid of finally felt like choice. I'd been careful, I'd been cautious, guarding love behind the line. But I stepped into the unknown when we chased the same horizon. Time may bend the roads before us, pull our dreams into new shapes, but I remember how it felt that day, believing was enough. If the world ever feels too heavy, if my courage starts to hide, I'll remember who I was becoming with you, walking by my side. When we chase the same horizon, I learned how hope can be. Not a promise written in stone, just a shared direction we believe. If this life keeps turning corners, if the light begins to bend, I'll always know where my heart found truth when we chase the same horizon. Fell gentle along the window, like it knew we needed space. Every sound outside surrendered to the calm upon your face. We didn't rush the moment, didn't chase what came next, just let the silence settle where our hearts had been left. I've been living in the noise of living, trying hard to feel secure. Then your eyes as night
the quiet, let the world stand still. Every fear I'd been hiding lost its will. No words to break the moment, no promises to keep. I learned what love was meant to be when we kissed the quiet. Your hand found mine like it belonged there, like it had waited all this time. The room grew smaller, warmer, with every breath in line. I felt my past loosen its grip, no longer asking to be heard. Some truths don't need a sentence, they're spoken without words. I didn't know how loud peace could feel till it found me there. When we kissed the quiet, every doubt fell away. All the nights I'd been surviving, learned how to stay. I've known love that came in thunder, left my faith in pieces split, but nothing ever felt as honest as when we kissed the quiet. Time may raise its questions, try to pull us into sound, but I'll remember that still second when the noise fell to the ground. If the world demands an answer, if my courage starts to bend, I'll return to where I found myself in the hush we shared back then. When we kissed the quiet, I became more than before. Not because the future promised, but because I wanted more. If this life keeps breaking rhythm, if the days refuse to fit, I'll carry who I was becoming when we kiss the quiet. Living between the questions, sleeping with the lights turned low, learning how to disappear quietly anywhere the hurt could go. I'd made peace with being unseen, with carrying my weight alone. Then I heard your footsteps hesitate, like you already knew where I'd gone. I didn't ask to be forgiven, didn't reach out for a spark, but you stood there without judgment when you found me in the dark. When you found me in the dark, I didn't have to pretend. Everyone when you found me in the dark. You didn't rush the silence, didn't tell me who to be. You just stayed there breathing steady, like you weren't afraid of me. Your hand reached out like a question that didn't need reply. And for the first time in forever, I didn't look away. I didn't need a rescue, just someone who would stay. When you found me in the dark, every fear lost its hold. All the nights I'd been surviving finally grew cold. I've known love that came in promises, then vanished with the spark. But nothing ever felt this honest as when you found me in the dark. Time may test the ground beneath us, pull us into different days, but I'll never forget the moment you chose me where I stay. If the world grows loud and restless, if my faith forgets its mark, I'll remember who I was becoming when you found me in the dark. When you found me in the dark, I became more than before. Not healed, not fearless, just open at the core. If this life keeps turning pages, if the night still leaves its mark, I'll carry the light you gave my name. When you found me in the dark. When you found me in the dark, I became more than before. Not healed, not fearless, just open at the core. If this life keeps turning pages, if the night still leaves its mark, I'll carry the light you gave my name. When you found me in the dark. Learned how to live between the sentences, say enough but never too much. Build my days out of polite distractions, forgot how to feel a touch. Every room echoed just enough to remind me I was alone. I called it peace, I called it freedom, but it felt like a house of stone. I didn't know how loud the quiet was till you stood right there and looked at me like you were listening, something I couldn't share. When you reached into my silence without asking me to speak, every wall I built for shelter finally fell weak. I didn't know my heart was waiting for someone brave enough to try to love the when you reached into my silence. You never rushed my hesitation, never filled the space with sound. You just stayed there steady and open, letting truth come around. Your hand rested light on mine, like it already understood that some hearts need time to remember they're allowed to feel something good. I didn't need to explain myself, you already knew. When you reached into my silence, every fear lost its defense. All the nights I've been surviving finally made sense. I'd known love that demanded answers, that wanted me loud and clear. But you loved me where I was when you reached into my silence here. Time may pull us into distance, change the way our stories sound, but I'll never forget the moment when you found me where I was found. If the world grows sharp and restless, if my faith begins to bend, I remember how you saw me before I learned to speak again. When you reached into my silence, I learned how love can be. Not a rescue, not a question, just staying patiently. If this life keeps asking courage, if my voice feels small or thin, I'll carry who I became that night when you reached into my silence.
The clock on the wall kept whispering that it was getting late. Your coat was still hanging by the door, like it hadn't made up its mind to leave. We talked about nothing important, and everything we were afraid to say. I watched the minutes fall between us, hoping you'd stay. I'd learned not to ask for too much, not to lean on hope too hard, but something in the way you hesitated made the night feel kind. When you stayed past midnight and the world slowed down, every doubt I'd been living with lost its sound. No promises, no grand confessions, just two hearts awake. I felt something change forever when you stayed past midnight. Your laughter softened all the corners of the room we were in. like it didn't wanna end. We spoke in half-finished sentences, let the silence do its part, and I felt the past loosen its grip. Around my heart, I didn't need a reason, I didn't need a sign when you stayed past midnight. Every fear stepped back, all the nights I'd spent pretending finally cracked. I've known love that rushed the ending, then vanished overnight, but this one learned how to linger. When you stayed past midnight, time keeps asking questions about what we should be, but some moments don't need answers, they just let us be. If the morning comes with changes, if the daylight feels unkind, I'll remember who I was becoming that night you stayed behind. When you stayed past midnight, I stopped watching the clock. Every wall I'd built for safety finally unlocked. If this life keeps pulling forward, if the future feels unclear, I'll carry the calm I found in you. When you stayed past midnight here.
Streetlights stretch the evening long, like they didn't want to end. We walk without a destination, just letting the night descend. Your shadow danced along the sidewalk, keeping time beside my own. And something small but certain told me I wasn't walking alone. I've been living in the careful spaces where nothing risks a scar, but the dark grew kind around us and the distance wasn't far. When your shadow touched mine, I felt the world stand still. Every doubt I'd been carrying lost its will. No words to make it sacred, no promises to sign. I just knew my heart was changing when your shadow touched mine. You spoke about the simplest things,
like they mattered more than gold. Your laughter softened every edge of the stories I've been told. I watched the night learn how to listen as your hand brushed against me, and even the silence between us felt like where I needed to be. I didn't know how close forever felt till it crossed my way. When your shadow touched mine, every fear stepped back. All the nights I'd been surviving finally cracked. I've known love that came too quickly, left me chasing its design, but this one found me quietly when your shadow touched mine. Time may pull us into distance, change the shape of what we see, but some moments stay unaltered by the years that come to be. If I ever doubt what mattered, when the nights feel undefined, I'll remember who I was becoming when your shadow touched mine. When your shadow touched mine, I became more than before. Not braver, not unbroken, just open to something more. If this life keeps turning corners, if the light begins to shine, I'll carry that gentle truth with me when your shadow touched mine.